everyone. Here's a quick video to see where your Jamboard / essential questions should be at right now. So I've already had 2 videos where we've come sort of like to this, but we've done some things in the past week or so, what you can add to it. So that's the homework on the ratification debates, the journal on James Wilson's State House speech from October 6th, 1787, and also the classwork you're doing Thursday and Friday on the Federalists and Anti-Federalists. So let me give you through some examples of what you can add. So if I go to Classroom, let's see, the journal we had this week, so I think I went too far here. Okay. James Wilson was a Federalist from Pennsylvania. We know he was a Federalist because the whole speech is about why people should support the Constitution, right? It's the best thing ever in the world. So I would not just take a screenshot of the slide because that's not showing that you learned anything, right? So I used Alejandra last time. So let's use Ashley today. So you can literally, she can go copy it. She can go to the Jamboard. Now, he was a Federalist. So maybe she wants to put it in a text box. Okay, and you can shorten that or maybe just use a piece of it. She can take a screenshot. She can make a Post-it note and just put a little glimpse of it. You want to know this was from James Wilson. So if she didn't put James Wilson in her response, somewhere she'd want to put, James Wilson speech, 1787, something like that. Right? You can just put a Post-it note and it said James Wilson defended the Constitution, is providing the best government in the history of the world, right? You can just put a Post-it note that says that. Totally fine. Okay. What else can you add? So we did the work yesterday or today, depends what day you watch this. So the 25th, 26th on the Federalists and Anti-Federalists. So let's look at some students here. All right. So Munahim's first in line. So what can he do? He can, right? You don't want to just take a screenshot of the John Jay speech because once again, that's not actually showing you learned anything. So maybe he just takes a screenshot of this. And then maybe a screenshot of Elbridge Gerry of, oops, that's not what I meant to do. Of Elbridge Gerry of Massachusetts, who did not support the Constitution, right? So then go back to the Jamboard. I would not just include your one word, if government. That's interesting. The one word is supposed to represent how he felt. How is government a feeling, Munahim? But you may have an explanation for that. So. All right, so I would put this here, and then, let's see. And then the one from Elbridge Gerry, same thing. Remember the first word should show how you feel about it. So I guess he's feeling dissent. He wants to dissent against it. Ooh, that's a good one. The powers of the legislator are ambiguous. That's a good reason for why people do not support it, because the word ambiguous just doesn't sound good, right? So you could put that under Anti-Federalists. Once again, you can put a Post-it note and just summarize some of those things if you wanted to as well. I want to just take a screenshot of their speeches because that's just information. It's not showing how you analyzed that information. Okay, the last thing is the ratification debates. So that could be under Federalists or Anti-Federalists. That could be in the new government. It all depends on what you remember and what you like to focus on. If you need to go back and rewatch the video, it's only a couple minutes long. If you need to go and look at your homework in the forum and maybe do a question and answer of one of the things you added. So I'm just going to take a Post-it note here and put info from ratification debates. Now, I do not want to see anyone, lots of people submit these and they just put information from homework. What information from homework? This is just me telling you, go back and put information from your homework on here. So I'll leave it there because maybe it will be for Federalists. Maybe you'll be for Anti-Federalists. Maybe you'll have something for both. Okay, someone said they even put stuff from there for Hamilton and Jefferson because it talked a little bit about their differences in the video as well. So next week, we're going to start filling up the left side of this. Now, what if you're doing the essential questions instead? Same thing. There's questions. Use this information to answer the questions. Use the information from the journal. Use the information from the Federalist and Anti-Federalist class assignment. Use the information from the ratification debates to answer your question. So I don't need to really walk through that. Just, these are the things you should be using, and those are where you should be putting them. Okay, any questions? To stop by office hours or chat me in class, or Makeup Mondays would be a great day to ask as well. Get caught up, because some people, if you have a blank thing now, you're not going to be happy when it's due and you got to start from scratch. Last thing also, you should not be Googling information and putting stuff on here. Like, okay, I need to find something from the French Revolution. Google. No, you should be using information from what we've been doing in class. That way I know that you're conceptualizing what we're doing and you're understanding what you're doing. If you just Google random information, that doesn't show me that you understand what you're doing, that you need to look out. If you want to learn more, then that's a whole different story. But we want to make sure you have the foundation of what we're doing in class first. All right, everyone, have a great weekend.